It's time for Dia Mirza 2.0 from here on.
I hope it just dispels some ridiculous myths that have been unfortunately encircling my existence. Every time you go to the airport and you're being frisked and the security lady says, "Ma'am, बहुत time हो गया आपको फिल्म में नहीं देखा, आपकी अगली फिल्म कब आ रही है?" And you don't have an answer to that question. Hi, this is Alia Mirza and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Do you feel that this can be like a turning point as far as Dia Mirza, the actress, is concerned? Because we have discussed in the past that you focused on your activism and your role as a producer, and I think you're looking the way you are right now. So, do you feel that it's time for Dia Mirza 2.0 from here on?
I hope it just dispels some ridiculous myths that have been unfortunately encircling my existence,
right.
And that I get offered quality work in quality films, because that's really the aim. I had to wait 6 years to do a film that I believed in and I wanted to be a part of. And it was a terrifying time for me because you can talk to any actor. There is nothing more scary than having been an actor for 16 years. And the first job that I ever knew or did with absolute consciousness and awareness was being in front of the camera,
right.
Being an actor. So I was just joking about it earlier when I was talking to some other journalists. I said, you know, every time you go to the airport and you're being frisked, and the security lady says, "Ma'am, बहुत time हो गया आपको फिल्म में नहीं देखा, आपकी अगली फिल्म कब आ रही है?" And you don't have an answer to that question.
Right.
It's very scary.
Right.
But it was a conscious decision. It was one made from just utter exhaustion, from, you know, not being able to just find that correct combination, and the pain of dealing with the failure of a film or a film not reaching its audience. There's nothing more painful than that for an actor, and especially if you've invested so many years of your life in the craft.
Sure.
You then reach a point where you say, okay, I'm financially empowered and I run a production company. There's more to my life than just being in front of the camera, and that this means so much to me that now whatever I do has to really add up and, you know, make me feel awesome about being back on set.
Right. And the way the situation right now is that there are a lot of films which are being made right now which are women-centric. Most importantly, people are realizing that we had this entire corporate phase and all that stuff where projects were being designed, but now thankfully people are just investing in good writers, and it's the stories ultimately that really drive any vehicle forward. And in fact, this year has been extraordinary as far as maybe box office is concerned, and most importantly, it's like the story-based movies they're doing so well. Be it Hichki, be it Parmanu, be it so many of them which have been doing extraordinarily well this year. And women-centric films are really working very nicely.
Yes.
So is it something that you're taking note of, both as an actress as well as a producer?
I think the effort will always be to, we've made a female-centric film, we made Bobby Jasus. And the effort is to tell quality stories, really. It doesn't matter who's at the helm of the story, whether man or woman, the point is to tell good stories. And I always say this, that I've never been caught up in this mixed idea of, I'm an actor. I want to act in films that I can respect and work in an environment that I respect and I love. And it doesn't matter whether it's main lead or it's centered around me or not. All those things don't matter. What matters is the story compelling you? Is the story making you feel a strong connection and a desire to, you know, go out there and be a part of that process?
Right. And so, you know, because I think you are having a very, very interesting profile that you've been doing such amazing work in terms of activism, and not merely activism, you passionately believe in that, which is, I think, hugely respectable, and that I think adds a very different dimension to you, that you know so much, which I think it baffles me at times, that the level of detailing that you understand is amazing. Has that in a way empowered you? Can we see a story emanating from that journey of yours in terms of not really focusing on activism part,
I know where you're
but
going.
in terms of basically like cerebral level, intelligence level?
I think we're all
I think people are ready for.
we're all a product of our circumstance
100%.
and our life experience, and I think as filmmakers we try and extract that and use that to tell stories.
Ji, ji.
So most definitely, in fact, even as an actor, I think that today I come to a film set with a better understanding of life. You know, I've experienced a lot more, I've seen a lot more, and I
100%.
think it does things to you that you really don't have the benefit of when you're younger. In fact, that's actually the one thing that really amazes me about Alia. She's so young, but the emotional wisdom
Yeah.
that she brings to her performances, you know, normally comes with life experience. And it's amazing at how, at such a young age, how she's been able to deliver that film after film. So, complete off for her. But I think that, you know, unlike the West in India, we for some reason always believe that people in film should just be focused on film and not do much else. And I think it's a very big misnomer, because
100%.
any creativity, any craft, any artistry requires life experience and requires a very alive engagement with life, which is what Aamir keeps saying, right? If you go back to his interviews, you discover that he's actually even consciously chosen a friend circle which is not necessarily connected to the industry, because that's his way of remaining connected with reality and the real world around. And I'm very encouraged by the fact that I see now more and more actors wanting and willing to really engage with reality and do more to remain connected with a sphere of life which is not necessarily primarily connected only to film. So you see people investing more time in developing hobbies, whether you see actors playing football or cricket, or, you know, you must have noticed that as well, experimenting, you know, discovering new things, traveling. So it's just wonderful.
Yeah, no, in fact, as far as Aamir is concerned, we were there at Pune. There was a press conference that he had,
For the
and it
Pani
was
Foundation.
Pani Foundation, and the level of knowledge that he has,
Yes.
it's like someone,
that
a very
comes
senior
when you-
journalist, told him that you are a proper water activist. You know so
Oh,
much,
absolutely.
which is
And I would like to, I mean, you know, that's so important, right? Because how can we fight or care for something if we don't learn about it? And I always use the quote from Baba Diem when I do my workshops with children. In the end, we will protect only that what we love.
Sure.
And we will love only that what we learn about. And I think that holds true for everything. Which is why learning is so important, right? Before we become the professionals that we do.
no, definitely that's I think very important to just have that core in terms of happiness and all that.
Hi, this is Mirza, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.